All right, what's going on, guys? We are back with another Dokkan battle video, and today I kind of want to do some speculation stuff on something that I think we could be seeing either very soon or at least like in the near future. So it has to do with the giant form category, whether it's the actual giant form category itself or whether it's just giant forms in general. I have a feeling that we could be seeing some more giants coming to Dokkan like pretty soon, I think. So let's jump into this. Let's kind of go over what I'm thinking here and kind of where this is all coming from. So it pretty much stems from the new challenge event, right? So the giant form clash. So in this event, you know, we're fighting a bunch of giant enemies. So, you know, the Junior, we're fighting the Great Apes, we're fighting you know, all these just giant forms of the different characters, and where we still have, you know, quite a few stages I think we need to get to, because we haven't covered any, right? We haven't covered like Antilaza, we haven't covered Bio Broly, we haven't covered Harudagon yet. You know, looking at like Baby, we also haven't done Baby's Great Ape as well either. So with Baby having giant form, with Baby having the Great Ape, and then them releasing this category. Now, I don't know if this is going to lead into anything that's like a part 2 of this celebration, or whether it's going to be something to come later down the road. But I think that we're definitely going to start seeing a few more giant form characters, or at least giant characters in general. So if we look at the kind of trend we've got here, right? Obviously, like I mentioned, we've got Baby, Dokkan Fest Baby released. He's Super Baby 1, goes into Super Baby 2, and then he has his giant ape transformation, which is the first giant form character to have an active skill. So because they've also introduced that also is what's kind of pushing me more towards, like, I think we'll start seeing that a little bit more here, at least within the next, like, if it's not a part 2, maybe within like the next couple months. I think we could see another giant character that does have like the active skill, you know, the three active skill activations all at the same time kind of mechanic that we saw come with Baby. Now, if anything, I would think a part 2 might be this. You know, if they were to do a giant form kind of part 2, I think it might be something to do with Vegeta. Now, I did make a video on this a few days ago, going over my predictions for like a part 2 character, and Vegeta was actually one of them. And this was kind of based off of this theory here too, is that, you know, he, in this card here, right, he goes in a giant ape as like part of his whole thing, right? He gets the giant ape form. Now, my thought for like a part 2 Vegeta for this celebration could be like, you know, we have the Vegeta, he transforms into the Great Ape for a turn, and then he comes out into Super Saiyan 4. It would basically be a lot like this guy, how they kind of set this guy up, right? He's Super Saiyan 3 Goku, then you get the Giant Ape transformation here, and then as soon as you're done with that turn, he just transforms right away into Super Saiyan 4. Now I can see them doing the exact same thing here for this Vegeta, which I think would be very cool. I think it would be very good. I would say very unique, but it's not, because they kind of already did it with Goku. But it would be another one of these kind of guys that I think is well deserved and definitely needs some more representation in Dokkan, right? Starting off with the base form Vegeta, then to go into the Great Ape, and then to go into Super Saiyan 4, where we've all been pleading for a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, like a new one, standalone for a while now. And by everyone, I definitely mean me, because Vegeta's my dude. And we definitely need a new Super Saiyan 4. So I think this would be a really cool way to do it, right? Start off with base Vegeta, Great Ape, and then go into Super Saiyan 4. Or, if anything, just do base Vegeta into a Great Ape. Like, the active skill is him going through the Great Ape transformation and then just automatically go into Super Saiyan 4. That would be fine too. But I think that would still allow him to kind of have the giant form, because he would be Great Ape at some point, right? And I mean, looking at other like Great Ape characters, like, we're due for an Orange Piccolo. Orange Piccolo is a giant, like, he has a giant form transformation, right? So the Piccolo Awakened does have the Orange Piccolo Giant transformation. We are going to get a standalone Orange Piccolo at some point. Now, I think when we do, I think he could still have that giant transformation. You know, it is right here, but this isn't like a standalone Orange Piccolo. So I think having him be a standalone, have a giant transformation, and then he can still have the active skill, right? I think would make a whole lot of sense, and I think it'd be very, very cool and very, like, it just be a fun thing to like add more of these characters, because the giant form is like, it's almost like a cheat code. It's almost like a get out of jail free card for a turn, right? Because if you use a giant transformation or a rage form or whatever, you know, if the enemy is to super attack you while you're in that state, when you revert back into your normal form, you're still technically in the same turn, where, you know, their order of their attacks might look different, but technically they've already supered for the turn. So it is a very unique kind of skill that I think once we kind of understood it a little bit more, we really got how like impactful and how great of a skill this really is. So to see more of these characters coming soon, I think would be very cool. And again, I think could be very likely, really. I mean, because if we think about it, who are we really missing from giant form, right? If we look at the giant form category, and this isn't, obviously doesn't show all the giants, this is just kind of the giant form category, like whoever has the category, because right here we're missing like Bio Broly, we're missing Hirudegarn, right? Because Hirudegarn's basically a giant. Well, I guess we kind of got Tapion here, Tapion, Hirudegarn. But one of the biggest, baddest, most recent giant forms that I can think of is Goma. Now, we are due for some Daima. Fighters got the announcement that Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku is coming. I would imagine that Daima is somewhere on the horizon for Dokkan. Every single Dragon Ball IP has some form of Super Saiyan 4 Goku or one of these other bigger characters from Daima that Dokkan is just missing, right? I mean, we've got the Super Saiyan Goku mini, we've got the Glorio, we've got Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 mini. Now we just need the big boys. We need the big climax fight guys, and I think Giant Goma is a big way to kind of fill that, and another way you can add into this event, right? So you've got the Majunior, you've got the Great Apes, you've got all the giants, the big boys. So the last like real big boy to kind of throw in here that they don't have, we don't have in the game, would be Goma. So to have him kind of be like the overall climax of this event, I think it would be very cool. Now, I'm not saying that I think Goma is going to be the Part 2 LR at all. But I do think that he will be coming soon. We'll just say that. We'll say soon. Whether it's 11th anniversary, whether it's New Year's, whether it's, I mean, hell, the random November Dokkan Fest or LR, maybe Golden Week. Like, it could be somewhere like way down the road. But I think sooner rather than later we'll really see him, because I think that they'll want to add him into this event here and kind of make him, like I said, the big climax of stage of this event. But I mean, this is kind of a thought I was having today as I was like sitting around, you know, at work, and I kind of just was, was thinking about Dokkan, of course. And this was just a thought that kind of popped in my head, thinking about like the giant form clash. And I'm like, oh yeah, who do we still have? Okay, yeah, we still got a couple guys we need to add stages for that we don't have yet. So this event obviously is not done. I said, who else can we add? I mean, shit, Goma. Absolutely. Throw Goma in there, man. But first, you got to get him in the damn game. His asset's there. His super attack is there. You need this boy in the game. You need Daima in the game before you can actually go move forward with this. But this is just my one little thought. I kind of wanted to, you know, make a little video, kind of talk. This is the fun stuff. This is what I like to do. You know, there's not a whole lot going on in Dokkan right now. It's kind of the slow period, as we like to call it, like the dry period. So to do more of these speculation things, to do more of this kind of just talking is what I'm trying to do a little bit more and have a little more fun with while we're in this lull state and we're not just jam-packed with a bunch of content. So yeah, but that's going to do it for this video. I just want to do this real quick, just kind of jump in, put my thought out there, and then kind of get your guys' feedback and see what you guys are thinking as well. So if you guys stuck around to the end of the video, I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know what you guys think of this theory. Do you think maybe we could see some more giants here coming up in the future? Do you think, you know, whether it's Goma, whether it's Orange Piccolo, you know, they don't have, it doesn't really look, I mean, actually that's a lie. I was gonna say that there's no super class enemies, but there is, because you got the golden grade 8 from Goku. So I mean, they could 100% throw an Orange Piccolo giant form in there. You know, we would just need, actually we would need a new character. You got a giant form right there. So, you know, I think they could add him into the stage. I think adding Goma into the stage would be very cool to kind of build up to the final climax of what this event is and what it can be. So let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think I'm kind of on the right track? Do you think I'm a little bit off? Do you think I'm a wackadoo for kind of thinking that we're going to get more giant characters? And what giant characters would you like to see in the game? Let me know. Like, subscribe, do the thing, and I'll see you guys next time. See you!